This is Mackenzie Boucher's English Language Arts classroom for 7th grade. We do have a majority of Hispanic and African American students. We do have about 50-50 male to female. However, in our 3 blocks during the day, there is a majority of male. We do not have in this classroom any students with any physical disabilities or any special education needs. The classroom is set up in pods, so there are 9 groups of 4 desks. Some desks are taller, others are shorter. We do have kind of an alternative chair situation on some of the desks. I have asked some of the students and they don't seem to favor them, but I don't know if that's overall at the school. My teacher does have the classroom set up to where the kids do know. You can see that there are bins on the desk, that they know where to go for those bins. Each of those bins corresponds to a larger organizer that each team knows where to grab their supplies from. The supplies do consist of headphones, glue bottles, rulers, colored pencils, colored markers. There's different voice setups in there where each person knows if they're going to be a speaker or a listener, so that's all kind of set up within those bins. Those bins do go back to these organizers and back to the Chromebook station, and that's where the students can either borrow a Chromebook if they've forgotten theirs for the day or charge theirs. My teacher also has set up a very good system about the kids knowing when and where they're allowed to grab materials. They know, for example, that they have to come grab books for their group here. They also know to follow all of the instructions on the board. So my teacher does utilize this projector system where she interacts with the children through the computer that projects on the board what they're supposed to be doing, and also uses that for Google Classroom. My teacher also has all of the rules posted, so all the school's mottos and the rules and what she expects them to do all around the classroom. She does have a right to teach sign. Here you can see kind of Fees' idea of their fire rules, and she also has the Tempe Elementary student rights and responsibilities posted along with the purpose of the projects they're doing up on the board. So she has essential questions, what the students should be answering. That way everyone knows what they're doing at all times. She has kind of located in the center of the classroom here all the projects that we're doing, how to respectfully disagree, so the students kind of know how to argue and how to, especially with literature, how to kind of express their opinions, especially when we're talking about different books with a lot of different ideas. She does have kind of her objectives here on the board with the paragraph, how to examine a topic, how we're going to cite evidence. It's all done in a very fun beach theme this year. She has the rules for close reading, which we utilized in Bud Not Buddy, the text we were reading last week. And we are going to be looking at that next week with Frederick Douglass and The Outsiders. So kind of different rules and methods of how to approach literature. She also has kind of the plot structure map with rising action, climax, filing action, resolution. The students do refer to this quite a bit. She does quiz them as we're reading which parts we're at, just to kind of make sure we're all on the same page. On the very far side of the wall, so opposite the side of the wall that the kids come in, some of their work is posted. Again, back to annotations, that's something we do quite a bit as well. Different charts, the students know that they can use any of these charts for taking notes or for annotating. That's pretty important for the students just because they do utilize it. We also have kind of our verbs and prepositions. They use this mostly in bell work, just so they can kind of do daily reminders of grammar, spelling, parts of speech. In conclusion, my teacher utilizes classroom management and procedures to an extent of managing the overall classroom. She does believe she is the instructor or the lifeguard on duty, necessarily helping these kids succeed in the classroom. And when those kids don't follow her expectations, she addresses them directly, asking them why. She has very, very little behavioral problems in her class, and I do think that is a lot to be said.